Hi, from the Queesit Inn, the Spotlight Series. I'm your host, Scott Nerney. Thank you for joining us. It's a gorgeous night to be out. Come on down to the Queesit Inn and watch us and have a great meal. With me tonight is Carla Mulhern, the Executive Director of the Izzy Foundation. Welcome back to our set.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back. Thrilled to be here.
Now, some people might be watching you for the first time,
Yes.
so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So, my name is Carla Mulhern. I actually am in the nonprofit world. I didn't start in the nonprofit world. I literally spent 20 years of my life as a paralegal and one day hoped to be an attorney. When I was little, I lost my best friend to leukemia. It's the first person I lost in my life, and something that I've always held dear to me. And a couple of years ago, maybe about 11, 12 years ago, someone asked me to participate in a fundraising campaign for a nonprofit here for blood cancer research, and I did it in honor of my friend that passed away, and instantly I got the bug, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And by some grace of God, they actually asked me to interview for a position with that nonprofit, and I took the position and never looked back, and that has made me go through my travels and now has brought me to where I believe my home is, which is the Izzy Foundation.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the Izzy Foundation, who Izzy is,
Yes.
the namesake, and what they do.
Yes. So the Izzy Foundation is a nonprofit here in Rhode Island that is in memory of Isabella Walrab, who right after her first birthday, unfortunately, was diagnosed with stage 4 pediatric cancer. And her mom and dad, who are both doctors in the Rhode Island network, kind of went from place to place to try to find research for Izzy and for her cancer. They went so far as to Germany and tried to raise money for a stem cell. Unfortunately, right after Izzy's 3rd birthday, she lost her battle to cancer. But her parents, I think sometimes when you lose a loved one, you can kind of crawl in a hole and say, I give up. And Izzy wasn't that way. You never even knew Izzy was sick. She was always smiling, and they took that part of Izzy and took the fundraising that they had done and put that into the Izzy family room, which is on the 5th floor of Hasbro Children's Hospital. It's a beautiful purple room, which every day we feed our families that are there, sometimes up to 50 families a day. So we're feeding them lunch every day. We have coffee every day thanks to Dunkin' Donuts, snacks, hygiene products, arts and crafts and movies. We want it to be a home away from home. We want people, when they walk in that door, to feel Izzy's hug and be able to really kind of give something to the families and a safe space for them to be while they're in sometimes a very scary, unnerving environment like a hospital.
And it must help the parents a lot instead of being in a cold waiting room. Not to knock Hasbro, but I mean, if you're all by yourself in a waiting room thinking the worst, but if you're in a reception area talking to other parents,
Yes.
It must be a benefit to hear some good stories.
It's like trying to have your own little living room, so to speak, and then a couple of years ago they actually opened a waiting room on the 2nd floor near the pediatric ICU, and that actually, again, is a purple area. There really isn't any place to have any confidential, conversations with a doctor. It's very difficult. So Tina and Kyle, Izzy's mom and dad, actually made this room, built this room, and it's on the 2nd floor. And it's a waiting area for families that can stay there while their children are in surgery. And what they actually have is a little room where you can go with a doctor and be able to speak about what's going on with your child, or if you need a place to go and cry or breathe or just have some space alone. It's really, really important to be able to give those parents what they need when they're going through such a difficult time like this.
Okay. And you mentioned Dunkin' Donuts. I know there's a lot of sponsors. If you want to give a shout out to a couple.
So we have people that deliver and donate lunches all the time. We have Cellos, we have Outback, we have Thirsty Beaver. We have so many people that help us out on that front. So many pizza places and so many, not even the places that donate the food. We have so many people that actually donate the funding. It's about $350 a day to feed our families. And to just tell you even quickly, we go through 3,000 waters a week. So I mean, everything that we get from people, it helps us. It's our lifeline to keep those rooms open for our families.
Okay. And I know the last time you were here, we talked about the gala that you were putting on.
Yes.
So I hear that was a fantastic success. Give us a little information about that.
It was, I have to say, it was perfect. The hard work paid off. It was at 60 Dorrance, it was Izzy in Wonderland, and you walked in and it was fresh flowers hanging from the ceiling and coffee cups and little teacups and little sayings, and it was perfect. Everybody was dressed up. It wasn't just the typical purple attire. It was Izzy in Wonderland. You got to wear whatever you want. Everybody had such an amazing time, and the money went to such an important cause, and really is really helping us with the foundation. So it was a wonderful evening.
And you have some events coming up this year as well.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the 5K.
Yes, so we just finished on, just a little while ago, we finished our Winterfest event, and that's kind of a casino night, which was a lot of fun. And now we're gearing up for our first annual 5K, which is 1K 5K, and it will be on April 8th, which is a Saturday, at Goddard Memorial Park in Warwick. And we have a 1K where the little kids can come out, or people that don't want to run the 5, and then we have the 5K that follows. Run, walk, so you don't have to, everyone tells me, oh, well, I don't run, but you don't have to run. You can come walk, you can crawl, I don't care. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have music, food, refreshments. We're going to have awards, and we have a college and school challenge too. So companies and schools can come out, and we'll give awards out for the top companies and top schools that participate as well.
Well, that's great. And you have a golf event coming up?
Yes, it's funny because I say we have the golf in July 10th, and I'm like, oh, we've got time, but it's going to be here before you know it.
It's already 60 degrees, right?
I know, I'll take it. It's at Wannamoisett Country Club.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and they've had it for many years there. This past, 2022, beautiful day. It was just wonderful. We have so many people that come out. Just a great event, and and all of the information is set up. Everybody can. Registration is open for all our events now. So if people want to participate, we're ready for you. So.
And give them a little heads up as to where we'll put the website here as well. But where can people go for registrations?
Sure. So everything is at theizzyfoundation.org, and at the top there is a link for events. If you click on that, it brings you down, and you can go to all of our events, and all of the registration pages are right there. So if you want to register for golf, register for the 5K, everything is right there. And another added bonus that we've added for the 5K is really exciting, is you can not only register to run, but you can also fundraise, and we'll be giving an award out for the top fundraiser as well.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Yeah, so really nice idea for this year.
And people can also see on there ways to donate.
Yes. So there's a lot of ways that you can donate. One of the things that we spoke about earlier, it's really so important, and we go through it so quickly, is the snacks and the water and hygiene products. I think last time I spoke with you, I talked about our office manager who went in to find out what was wrong with her son, and he was diagnosed with leukemia, a very rare form, and they spent the next 2 years at the hospital. So something like toothpaste or a toothbrush or deodorant, things that we take for granted at home, it's very, very important that we give that to these families, because they don't know when they're going to be able to go home. And many of us, I think, part of it is the awareness. Many people don't know. They may have heard of what the Izzy Foundation is, but unless you've actually been in a hospital setting or know someone who has, you really don't know what it's all about. And I think that's key, not only for people that do have to come to Hasbro. Another important factor is, the lunches are really important, because there isn't a cafeteria at Hasbro, and sometimes these families don't want to leave the side of their child when they're going through something. So for us to be able to bring a meal to them, or have them come down with their child and have a hot meal with us, is really, really important. And the funding really helps us to be able to stay afloat, whether it's just doing a donation drive for water, which to us is so important, or snacks and cookies and individual packed snacks is really, really important to us.
I know in some of the holidays, like Father's Day or Mother's Day or a few of the others, some of the local restaurants will do a buy 50, get 10 free. It's a great opportunity to take that 10, give it to the Izzy Foundation. You'll put it to great use.
Absolutely.
Or even the pharmacies where they have a buy one, get one for toiletries.
Absolutely. Any of you travelers out there that have gotten your little individual soaps and shampoos when you go away, put them in a box, and we've had people that travel all the time and give us a call and, hey, we filled up, what can we bring to you guys? It helps so much. It really does. Those simple little things go such a long way. I sound like a broken record, but it really does. You know,
it's not like it's sitting on a shelf.
Right.
It's in the door and out to families that really need it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, nowadays a lot of people that I've spoken to want to see where, if a sponsor or a company and they're going to give their money, they want to see where it's going. And
Sure.
I think you're really seeing, you know, full on where it's going. We constantly posting pictures and putting pictures up and showcasing those amazing rock stars that help us do what we do. So we pay it forward as much as we possibly can so people can actually see it going to the families.
So if people want to order something and have it delivered, they can just reach out, contact you on the page?
Absolutely. We literally just had a couple of bakeries, the goodness of their heart, are donating cupcakes, not only for the Izzy Room, but also for our nurses and doctors who, you know, are rock stars in themselves, and we couldn't do what we do without them, so to thank them as well for Valentine's Day. So it's kind of nice. Yeah.
Great. Well, I wish you a lot of luck with all your fundraising. It seems like you're on the ball. You're getting things going. I don't think they could ask for any more of an executive director. So.
Well, thank you, and thank you very much. I mean, half the battle is getting the word out there. So I thank all of you here for giving me this opportunity to speak on it. So thank you.